Ooh, and it's warming up nicely. Yeah, the bike shop. If anyone has interested in bicycle related rag guy videos. But first and foremost, I think everyone needs to know that if it wasn't for Norfolk Power, we wouldn't be here. Nope. It's been a long road of hard work and dedication. And I ain't perfect. I got a mountain of termination notices. Brutal. Oh. And once again, I wish I was working Saturdays at the shop where it's, ooh, a nice toasty 60 degrees. Oh, that coffee's good. Danny's breakfast in Socket. Hot spot. Oh, where my glasses go? They're right here. Easy on the Harbor Freight chain. I don't even know, that's a Chicago Electric. $25. You can have a decent chainsaw sharpener. It's not horrible. I got this strap in. You didn't say Kubota on it? It's a Kubota strap. Off one of the crates, buckets. We got it straightened out. Now we're gonna just clean it out just a little bit. One more. Just a little entry right there. I think that's more than enough. Pretty sure that'll be stronger than it ever was originally. Once we're done here. Alrighty then. Here we go. Get the welding machine rolled out. For any of you folks at home, there's obviously got to be 15 to 30 million welding channels out there, and I ain't taking nothing away from any of those guys, but I can throw this in there. If welding's something that you want to do and you think you can't because it's like some special art only certain people know or something like that. No, anyone can use a MIG welder. Get yourself a cheap MIG welder. I've started off with the $200 ones. It's as easy as this. You unplug the grinder. It's always a good idea to start with plugging in the welding machine. So 110. Basic people having fun. It's a good way to go. For people that, you know, use my boss for example, someone who is a really good welder. He's welded with 220 volt 190% of the time. And then you weld with a 110 volt welding machine. You just want to throw it away. But I get it. They're not as fun as a 220. But they still work. They still get the job done. So, think of it as just a hot glue gun. It's a hot glue gun, that's all it is. You know, like 2 adjustments. You know, so you gotta plug it in. You gotta find a ground. Probably just literally just ground it right to this. Ooh. Let's see how that goes. My rag on there. Hit my head on it. And the guy is standing on the ground and needs some help. Believe me, I'm no professional welder, but I enjoy building these tall bikes. Little welding projects. And basically any metal that I get is, you know, robbing the Kubota crates that don't have to go back, or cutting up old junk bikes. You know, kind of like freebie metal. Ooh, let's let the welder warm up because it's cold. Yeah, but what I found with this welding machine is, ooh. Machine's got to be 20 years old. You alright, honey? Seems to be feeding well. So basically I run flux core wire. There we go. Sounds better now. I had this cover off a couple times because she's old. She's rusty. Got a lot of surface rust. And it's been moved around a lot. And it's, she still goes. Like I said, I run flux core wire and I run shielding gas at just very low PSI. And that's just me. I've found it helps welding this junk metal. Especially like a machine like this where it's old and junky. And I'm always helping Randy weld his trailer and truck and God knows what. He always has little projects. So, yep, dual shield, that's how I roll. And since this is some, I think I got this thing turned down because I was probably messing around with something lighter. But yeah, you basically got heat. You always start by cranking the heat all the way up. And if you're blowing holes in it, you just turn it down. So you're not blowing holes anymore. And then that's how you know that's adjusted right. And then the wire speed, you know, you'll know if it's going too slow because it'll just be like da-da-da-da-da-da. And you don't get too fast because it's like pushing you off. And you know you're just right because it sounded like bacon. It's pretty easy. Sometimes it takes a couple whacks. Unfortunately, I don't have the best power source out here, and this machine is stronger than the service coming in, so I'm probably gonna run a stitch weld just so I don't have to run down the basement and hit the circuit breaker a bunch of times. Most normal machines aren't gonna have that. This is something, this is, you know, old. think we'll just start off with a 2-second stitch, full heat, and I'm just guessing maybe around 7. Start off with 7 on the trim, so I can always add it or take it off, but at least it'll somewhat work. And I don't think I'll be able to GoPro while I'm doing the welding. I don't think it'd be that exciting. But if someone is interested in basically getting the oomph to go buy their own welding machine so they can do it on their own, I have helped a couple buddies.